Spider-Man!
No, not Uncle Ben.
Let's talk about Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man ran from 2012 to 2017 and had a total of 104 episodes. But this version of Spider-Man also appeared in Avengers Assemble and Phineas and Ferb.
Hey, Spider-Man. So I'll be over at Stacy's all day.
Sup?
Despite the show's long runtime and actually quite high ratings overall, it isn't very liked by a large portion of the Spider-Man fandom. For me, it was one of the Spider-Man incarnations I grew up on, alongside Tobey Maguire's, so nostalgia puts it in a better light. The show has a list of great characters, making me care not only more for Peter, but also Danny, Ava, Luke, and Sam. I love that it gives screen time to the often overlooked non-A-list characters, and I think Marvel and DC should do it a whole lot more. I also liked the original interpretations of many recognisable characters, such as Goblin, Doc Ock, Not You, Rhino, and Scorpion. Although it went way over the top with jokes and fourth wall breaks and whatever the heck this is, the show did have some really great moments, storylines, and characterizations. I mean, it had Stan Lee as a janitor ninja dude. Honestly, I think it's pretty average as the animated shows go, not reaching the heights of Spectacular Spider-Man, but also not reaching the lows of Marvel's Spider-Man, thankfully. Also, although the theme music is nowhere as good as this, it's still pretty cool. Now obviously, I'm not just here to review the show, but to take a look at a scene which always stuck out to me. It's from Season 1, Episode 13. In this episode, Nightmare makes the whole world fall asleep, and gives them all nightmares. So Iron Fist, Spidey, and Doctor Strange go to the Dream Dimension to beat up Nightmare. But Nightmare gets the upper hand and places each of them into their worst nightmare. And that's where we get this scene.
Your greatest fear, your greatest failure, back to haunt you forever.
Uncle Ben?
How's it going, Pete? Still daydreaming, aren't you?
You got half that right, Uncle Ben. Man, it's great to see you.
Great to see you. This is your ultimate failure, your greatest fear.
Yeah, you said that. Who's the gloomy Gus?
Mr. Pasty? He's just pathetic. Nightmare, you don't know my Uncle Ben, and you sure as heck don't know me. You think this is some buried secret? Even though I couldn't save him, I live with what happened to Uncle Ben every day, but not in the way you think. I took responsibility for this tragedy and turned it into something special, helping people every day as Spider-Man. Guess who taught me that magic trick? Thanks, Uncle Ben. I miss you.
Go get him, Pete!
What's interesting to me about this scene is its portrayal of Peter's relationship with Uncle Ben. Nightmare thinks Ben's death is Peter's greatest nightmare, but like Peter explains, it's not. Peter deals with the guilt of Ben's death every day, but instead of it haunting him, it encourages him. He's learnt from it, he took responsibility for it, and uses it as his inspiration to be Spider-Man. This portrayal is actually very in line with the comics. Contrary to popular belief, Peter was originally not a very nice person before being Spider-Man. Ben and May were the only people who were ever nice to him, so he kind of hated everyone else. They're the only ones who've ever been kind to me. I'll see to it that they're always happy, but the rest of the world can go hang for all I care. He didn't see it as necessary to be nice to the world, because the world wasn't nice to him. But when he let that criminal go and Ben died, he learnt that famous lesson, with great power comes great responsibility. He had to be the person who brought niceness to the world because he had been given the ability to do so. But that's not the end of the story. In fact, it creates one of the biggest origins of Peter's self-doubt in the comics. Peter constantly struggles with the feeling like he's still that narcissistic brat from before, that being Spider-Man isn't a moral choice, but a selfish one, as he gets enjoyment from it. I need the excitement, and the action, and the danger. This self-doubt is entirely cut from Raimi's Spider-Man, which replaces it with the conflict between what Peter Parker wants and what Uncle Ben thinks he should do.
I can't live your dreams anymore. Am I not supposed to have what I want?
To Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Ben isn't the lesson which teaches Peter to care for others, but is in effect the creator of Spider-Man. The problem with this is it changes the reason Peter is Spider-Man. He does it out of guilt instead of a desire to be a better person. So now there is no self-doubt, because of course the reason is moral. There is no way you could think Peter's motives are narcissistic, because he would actually rather not be Spider-Man. To me, the doubt is important because it's one of the most relatable things about Spider-Man. He's just a normal person trying his hardest to be a good man, but he doesn't really know what that looks like, so he constantly doubts whether he's even a good man at all. One thing that I also found interesting was that the removal of doubt also removes the purpose of James Jonah Jameson. JJJ is a voice for Peter's own self-doubts, so Peter often believes the negative things he says because he's already thinking them. If Peter can legitimately say being Spider-Man is completely moral, then JJJ is nothing but an annoyance, instead of a serious hindrance to Peter's self-perception. This video was inspired by a brilliant essay by Implicitly Pretentious called Spider-Man, Self-Doubt and Uncle Ben. I really recommend his channel. He does amazing videos on Spider-Man and loads of other characters and stories, and yeah, he's great, so check him out. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share, all of those sorts of things, and I'll see you in the next one.